Hey everybody, welcome back to JakeBuilds. We're back, baby. So, we're starting with what's currently hot right now, of course. And that happens to be the Gundam GQuuuuuuX from Mobile Suit Gundam GQuuuuuuX. Yeah, as it says right there. So this is the titular mobile suit, the GQuuuuuuX. How many times can I say it before the video is over? We'll find out. But it is one of the more unique looking mobile suits that I think I have ever seen. It's like a combination of old school UC and a lot of just weird angular parts. You know, I say more UC, it's like up here on the arms and stuff like that. Yeah, that's kind of what makes it look a little bit more classic-ish, but the rest of the design is kind of crazy looking. But that being said, that's the box. Of course, the GQuuuuuuX. Its action poses, as you can see. And the other side of the box, which is just pretty well a blurb about the show. If you can read that, you can pause the recording and see. Yeah, okay, so enough about the box. Pretty cool, pretty neat, very different. On to the meat and potatoes. Or the more potatoes and meat, or whatever you want to call it. We have the instruction manual, which is the same as the box, almost. As you see, more action poses. GQuuuuuuX in its full glorious view. I kind of like it. I know some people were kind of down on it. I like it. I think it's kind of neat. So, we're going to open that up real quick to the... There it is. To the first set of instructions. So, yeah. So, instead of... It kind of goes against the grain having the first couple of pages be just dedicated to... in color, dedicated to just the arms and the chest and heads, because this thing has a transformation when it goes into its Sayakamu form. Spoiler alert, if you haven't watched the anime yet, you probably should. So yeah, it goes into like a full Sayakamu mode, which opens up the head to reveal the great big red V-fin, as you can see right there. Moving on, before we get to the runners, the stickers, which we have one set of foil slash color correcting stickers, and I know this kind of looks like a lot. It's okay. It's not terrible. I've seen worse. Seed freedom. Sorry. And then, of course, has some actual standard decal, which we will not be applying today. I actually have built this once already with these stickers, which I will probably show at the end of the video. So, yeah, those are just standard decals, which we're not be applying today. Color correcting stickers. Not too bad. Because I probably won't apply all of these either. Because in my original build of this, I did a while ago, not all of these are really necessary. So, yeah, moving on to the runners. We have Runner A, which is our multicolor runner, has a nice yellowish orange, a nice powder dark blue, some grayish black pieces, and some white pieces. Yep, that goes for our multicolor. Runner B, which is a lot of our internal parts, such as our joints and stuff like that. It's pretty neat. I like it. The color is very much a darkish gray, which is neat. We have Runner C and Runner D, which are both in white. These are not really much to write home about. They're white pieces. I mean, what else do you want? You know? This is white. Anyway. Moving those over there. We have Runner E, which is that more powdered blue color, which is, again, really neat. I like this powder dark blue. I think it looks pretty neat. Moving on to our red, which is a good chunk of this mobile suit is red in certain places. Look, man, I've had a day already, and I'm doing this at the end of the day, so my brain's a little fried. But yeah, this is the Red Runner, this is Redder F. And then we have, I guess you can call them beam sabers. They're not titular, they're not normal, which this whole mobile suit isn't normal by any stretch of the imagination. I mean, have you seen it? Have you watched the anime? It's very strange. But yeah, with that being said, I have my handy dandy God Hands, which these are brand new. Would you look at that? Brand spanking new. Yeah, got those from Mecha Warehouse recently. So if you want to go find good pair of cutters, mechawarehouse.com. Not sponsored, but I love what they do. And they also use FedEx, which has the highest rate of delivery out to my area, and the fastest too. So yeah, with that being said, let's get building. done. I could definitely say building this twice already definitely is pretty interesting. So this is it without the stickers. I was gonna show that at the end of the video, wasn't I? And this is it with most of the stickers attached. So, as you can tell, like I said, I've built 2 of these. So, as you can see, this is the one without the stickers, or at least the bulk of the stickers, and this is the one with a bulk of the stickers. As you can tell, there's a lot more detail and stuff like that in the stickers, but they're also the most time-consuming. That makes sense? Put that one over there. But either way, you can build it with the stickers or without the stickers. It's really up to you. The one thing, there really isn't many downsides to this kit. Like, you don't hardly see any of the nub marks. It poses up a storm. If you want to see an actual full review, I will link to one in the description below, because I'm not a reviewer. I just build the kits, tell you my impressions of them. But it's got a really impressive range of motion all over the kit. Like, the arm can literally go all the way around. The legs a little bit hindered, but you're not going to find this in a, HG or high grade UC kit for it to go all the way back like that and go all the way up like that. That's kind of crazy to me. But the accessories, just the design in general, I really like this kit. I think it's one of the best kits that I've seen in a while. Honestly. Yeah. Speaking on accessories, like I said earlier, you get a couple. This actually does have a core fighter. It's basically the booster pack on the back turns into a core fighter, which is pretty neat. I think that's a cool touch. And then, of course, the activation of or pre-activation of the Saikamu system, where it actually opens up and, before and after, sort of. So, it's pretty cool. It also comes with a Heat Hawk, for if you've watched the first episode, this would make sense. 2 widespread open hands, so it doesn't do that crazy thing like Witch Mercury did, where it only includes the widespread open hands in a separate accessory that only gives you, the left and the right of them. So yeah, these are pretty neat. Of course, again, beam sabers, which I will go over just very quickly. I forgot to snip these off, so bear with me for just a second. I'm a little rusty. I haven't done JakeBuilds in several months, basically, or at least in almost 2 months, believe it or not, simply because I just haven't had a whole lot of time, and it's that time of year, especially at work, that is just kind of insane. But anyway, this is what the beam sabers look like. This is one of, if not the strangest beam saber I've ever seen, because it is very it's very sword-like. It's not like a lightsaber now. This is like a full-on sword, which is pretty neat. I'm not going to show it attached. I will link to the review in the description below. And yeah, I've been Jake Is Not Okay. I appreciate all of you watching, and I will see you all next time. Bye-bye now. Hey everybody, you made it to the end of the video. I appreciate all of you for watching, and if you like what you see, hit the like button, and if you want to see more of it, hit the subscribe button, and if you want to get notified whenever a new video goes live, hit the bell notification. And I'll see you all next time. Bye-bye now.